for technical difficulties. The Dunn is back up. Man, I had to get used to this new setup, man. We got a little technology upgrades, and I spent the last couple of whatevers trying to figure out not only have to get in the door, couldn't remember the door codes. Then I figured out they got some new software they did. Man, listen here. The Dunn been out, but the Dunn is back. What? The Dunn is back. Okay. I'm back, baby. Listen, it's been a minute. I've been at the house shooting the show on the back patio. Been using the cell phone and not been in the studio. Been running a campaign. Been hit with COVID. But the Dunn is back. Kiss the pinky ring finger. I'm back. I am back. Gosh, I mean, I swear it took me like literally about 40 minutes to kind of figure all this stuff here out. Made me feel like I was getting old for a minute. I felt like I had a senior moment. But I'm back. We kind of streaming on 2 different platforms now. Facebook and YouTube. So, welcome back. Welcome back to me. I don't just know where to start because I'm used to seeing the comments and everything flowing and going. I guess I'm going to have to start just keying certain things up so I can see y'all with some comments because this is going to be odd. Normally, y'all like firing up comments and I can see them and all that stuff. But we're going to figure it out one way or another. We're going to work our way through the technology upgrades, technology changes, and all of that there. So if there are any problems, any delays, you guys just let me know. I'll go back and look at the notes and whatever it may be. So now I'm like on my phone now, so I can kind of see if any comments or something come up. So hey, we here, man. We here. I like this. It's kind of different. Man, how y'all been doing? I miss y'all. I miss this connection. I miss all that. You know, I kind of miss my hat today too because I don't have my hat. Y'all know normally I come here with my hat to the back. I don't have my hat today, so y'all got this natural element of me. Man, how y'all been doing? I want y'all to talk to me. I got a lot to say, but sometimes I just want to hear myself. You know, I want to chat back with y'all. I want these comments to start lighting up. I want y'all to tell me how your day going, what you're going through, how your relationships going, how your life going. You feeling encouraged? You feeling blessed? You feeling down in the dumps? What's going on? It's Father's Day coming up. Juneteenth coming up. We got a lot to be happy about. A lot to be proud about. Still got work to do. But hey, that's life. So all the fathers, happy early Father's Day. Salute to the dads. Salute to the pops. You know, this is our day. I know this is the most under-celebrated day ever. In all holidays, period. You know, Father's Day, we just don't get it. You know, we don't get that support. It's all good. Because even on Father's Day, we still love our mamas and we give big ups to our ladies, you know, for all that they've done and all that they're doing, because without them, there would be no us, you know, without that backbone, without that woman that has our back. I mean, it wouldn't be us, you know, they're the lifeline, you know, the support system, the caring, the loving, you know. So we, even on Father's Day, we salute, you know, you moms that's wearing 2 hats, if not even more. So shouts out to you guys. Shouts out to the real dads, the real OGs out here that's really holding it down and doing the best that they can do. Free, what up, babe? I see them comments. Shout out to y'all, you know, that's trying to hold it down, man. It's interesting, you know. My daughter was my Father's Day gift. My daughter was born to me on Father's Day, by the way. Literally, she was born to me on Father's Day. So that's my Father's Day gift. And my baby girl is turning 13 on Father's Day. I don't know about y'all, but these girls, man, are a handful. I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, y'all are something. And when you have a little girl, you start to see where all this stuff here evolved from, all the attitude, all the unnecessary little whatever, the back and forth. Like, man, what's y'all's problem? Like, why do y'all have so much, you know, I go from getting all the hugs and kisses I used to get when I leave the house in the morning to now I was like I come back home with a guaranteed attitude to deal with. So it's like when I know I'm coming home to a guaranteed attitude, I come with attitude. Like she be like, "What?" I'm like, "What?" What you want? What's your problem? You know, is it because it's always something? If it's not a wardrobe malfunction, it's this. It's the dragging of the feet. It's the attitude for no doggone reason. It's the pouting. Every time I tell you to do something, it's this. It's like, man, listen, I don't have time for that. But this stuff here originates, when they're little girls. Now you see when they become grown women where that stuff comes from. Why y'all do all that? Why y'all give us such a difficult time? Thank God I only got one girl. I love her to pieces, but why y'all do all that? I only one girl and one girl only, and I got my two boys. But I love my daughter to pieces. She's a sweetheart. She's a very pretty girl. Um, I'm worried about the world that she's gonna grow up in after, when she actually becomes an adult. I'm worried about the opportunities that she's gonna have as far as having a great man and great husband one day, a great provider. I wonder how she's going to relate with that. I wonder how she's going to be accepting of that. I wonder if she's even going to have the opportunity to receive that because there's very few real men out there. Um, I guess I just seen too much. I'm seeing women taking care of men, and I'm seeing men just not even being men. I'm saying males attempt to be men. So this Father's Day, to you ladies that really have a real great father, a real dad, and to the moms that have really great husbands and whatnot, I know you guys are thankful, but you gotta be double and triple thankful now because you don't have that. You don't even have the access to that anymore. Um, that's a cycle. That's a cycle that even myself I'm trying to break with these young men that's coming up right now. But I'm only one guy trying to help change, the trajectory of what you guys are seeing and what you guys are experiencing, and takes a village. But enough on that. So y'all know I've been out. I had a campaign I was running, state rep. Lost that, coming to a runoff by like 87 votes. Uh, and that was an experience seeing what I saw, being able to peep into the mindset of certain people, um, receiving real love, receiving fake love, receiving real support, receiving fake support, dealing with real people, dealing with just fake people. It's very pretentious society out there. A lot of things I wasn't prepared for. Others, I thank God for the exposure for me to kind of see what was really going on out there. It's certain elements, at least right now, I don't think I'm prepared for, because I don't want to be prepared for them. I guess that's a better way of putting it. So I don't compromise my integrity of who I am and what I stand for. So I'll rather, stay where I am or slide off into a different level of what I do. But it was disheartening to see certain things and discouraging to see certain things. But other things were very uplifting because people want real, genuine people and people that are not out here moving on selfish motives. Um, so I met a lot of people, and it's a great experience, to say the least. So, and I had one of my supporters tell me, man, don't get discouraged. Tell your supporters, say thank you and move on and prepare for the long game. And that's what I'm doing, preparing for the long game. Because this thing is bigger than one election. It was bigger than one little cycle. It was really to kind of get exposure to understand certain things that are going on. So after the election, man, I got hit with COVID. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. My voice go in and out. I don't know how y'all did with COVID. Anybody had COVID? I got the vaccine. I got boosted. I got all of that. So after quote unquote recovering from COVID, I still got this cough I can't get rid of. When I cooked some meat on the grill, and by the time I was trying to eat the meat smelled like it had spoiled, even though it wasn't that. So my sense of smell was totally knocked off. Barbecue sauce smelled like stinky vinegar. What else smelled like vinegar? The mayonnaise smelled like vinegar. all that stuff was just thrown off, y'all. Like I was like thrown off to the highest level, as far as I'm concerned. Not being able to, at least I still have my taste. I had the chills. Didn't really have a fever per se. It hit my daughter, hit my middle son somewhat. Never did hit my older son. Hit my wife, and then came to me. And then when I thought I was good, came out of everything, was still testing positive. And then after that, a bad cough came that even to this day I'm still trying to get rid of. So every day I'm trying to hold a conversation with people, and I gotta like stop what I'm doing because I'm literally choking, and it's crazy. So if my voice don't last the length of the show, you understand. That's why I'm like drinking water. I got cough drops in my pocket on standby, all of that. So just trying to just adapt and just recover. It's kind of good to be back in the studio because I haven't been back in a while. I want to spread it to my, my fellow Smash Bros staff and whole team. Wanted to make sure that they were good. So hence the reason why I was doing the show from my patio and from my deck. Moving forward, I'm still city council in City of Pleasant Grove, working on that thing and dealing with new issues, coming up, old issues, putting out fires with that. One thing about being a public servant, man, you're really that. You gotta be accessible for the people. Even at campaigns and stuff is still over, man. You gotta make sure you still gotta do your job. No sense of whining and complaining about whatever you got on your belt. You gotta go ahead and just tackle it and deal with those issues and move forward. Dealing with people in contracts and people not upholding their ends of the bargain, explaining certain things to the citizens about certain issues. It's been a lot on top of everything else that I'm working on personally, business, with my wife's Berries by Crystal company that is expanding. I encourage y'all to check her out, pprberries.com or Google Berries by Crystal. Trying to, help my wife expand her brand because, that it's certain things I live by. I believe that once you get married, that it should not be just, your vision individually about what you want. Your vision should be a co-vision on how you support one another and uplift one another and not being selfish. Everything should be really cohesive in this dynamics and this nature of everything that you do and how you do it. You can't just say, "Hey, I created this in my version of my business, what I wanted," and they help you, and then they say, "Hey, this is what I want to do with mine." They shouldn't have to ask for your help. I believe that you should jump in wholeheartedly and voluntarily to say, "I got you. I support you." That is the true, value of a marriage and relationship, and kind of goes back to what I was telling y'all about fathers and stuff like that. You gotta, marriage is a selfless opportunity. It's a selfless relationship. You should always put others, your family before yourself, your children before yourself, your spouse before yourself. I believe you should put yourself last and put them first because it's bigger than you. At the end of the day, you got those people that's depending on you. And if they don't grow, then I don't grow. Their happiness is part of my happiness. And I want to see them grow. I want to see them be happy. I want to see them be successful in everything that they do. And I want to give everything that I have behind them to support them. Whether it's my wife, whether it's my boys, or whether it's with my daughter. Um, that's just what I believe in, man. And I encourage everybody else to do that. The sad thing about it is people are so selfish nowadays. They believe in what they want, and they be like, "Well, this is my house, this is my car, man." Listen, once you get married, that stuff is split down the middle. It ain't must split down the middle, man. Just strike that stuff off. It ain't yours. It's not. You got access. Let's put it like that. You got equal access. So all this other stuff, when people say, "This is my car," you can't get in my car. I mean, when you get married, there is no such thing as my is ours, is we. Everything is collective. So all the other stuff that you think about when you get married is non-existent. It's all about what y'all do together. So your vision is their vision is your vision. And you gotta literally support one another and come behind one another full steam and full speed in order for things to come to light. Otherwise, why'd you get married? Why'd you become a mother? Why'd you become a father? I mean, it's kind of stupid if you became a mother, or you became a father, you became a husband, you became a wife only to seek and fulfill your needs. You're an idiot. Now call it like it is. Call a spade a spade. You're an idiot. You're a dummy. It's not about you as an individual. You're no greater than the worth and the value of your family members. You know, when they succeed, you succeed. If they fail, then you fail. If you don't see it any other way, then you're lost. You're blind. You're doing them a disservice. So you're a tyrant. You know, they can do better without you, to be honest, if you don't see it that way. You know, you gotta put all those things there ahead of you. If you get tired, dig deep, keep pushing. It don't matter. Man, I'd be dead tired. I don't care, man. I go hard for mine. I go hard for mine. I go hard in the paint. Always. Go hard for mine. I think of ways to make my family better. When I work night shift, when I'm at the police department, I take notes on how to make my children better. I take notes on how to make my wife better. I take notes. When I say make my wife better, let me clear that. Make your wife better. No. Make her vision better. Make her vision clear. Make what she's trying to work on better. Because she does the same for me. She wakes up and says, hey, I thought about this, on how to make you doing this better. I'm going to do this for you so I can make this for you better. I wake up, same thing. Hey, I'm going to make this better for you. I'm going to make this call for you. I'm working on this for you. And, you know, it is bigger than money. You know, some people equate that with money. Like, you know, it ain't about money. You buying this. No, it's not about money. It's about what those people do for you. Sometimes that coincides with money, but money can't, there's no price on when a person puts their life on the line for what they're doing for you. There's no price when a person is dead tired and they're doing things to make sure that you are good. There's no price when a person is gambling everything they have on you. There's no price on that. There's no dollar value there. That is selfless love. That is unconditional love. And that is a requirement when you start a family. It's a core requirement, a core element. So as we even celebrate Father's Day, think about that. Think about what it takes to keep that family and keep those dynamics, that core together. It takes a bunch of selfless individuals to make that all that stuff there work. So, you know, some of y'all ladies may be like, "Oh man, that sounds great. I wish I could find a man like that." And you stuck with this other man, and you believe that this is all you can get. This is all that's out there. Sweethearts, ladies, beautiful queens, there are other options out there. If you think you got a crappy man, get rid of him. Hey guys, you think you got a crappy lady? She ain't cutting it. Get rid of her. Don't sit in there hanging in that toxic relationship. If she ain't cutting the mustard, she's a trashy mother and she's a trashy woman. Take the trash out. Put it on the curb. Get rid of it. Trash. That's trash. Get rid of it. Now, if you got a gym, foster that gym. Take care of that gym. Okay? Now, let's fix this up a little bit better. You know, don't you be trash yourself and thinking that you're going to get treasure. If you're trash, fix your... I almost said it. Fix your ish. We have to fix that. And some people think they want to call everybody else trash, not realizing that they're trash. Trash attracts trash. You ever thought about that? All right. Trash attracts trash. So a lot of times when you get trash, bro, because you trash yourself. You a little trashy. You a little trashy ashy over here. So you have to get rid of those elements within yourself if you want to change what you're attracting. Because it's karma. You know, if you want to receive something good, you got to put good energy out there. If you want a good person, you need to act like you're a good person. You need to be a good person. At a certain point, that stuff that's going to run out, that well's going to run dry where you've done people wrong. And you always talking about, it's them. Oh, let's take a moment to look at you. People make mistakes. There's nobody perfect. You know, if you've been cheated on and you mad that you got cheated on, have you cheated on them? Have you cheated on them? Physically, spiritually, mentally? Have you cheated on them? You've been doing dirt the whole time, and then you get mad because they didn't cheat on you. Chances are great they didn't cheat on you the way you cheated on them. They didn't cheat on you the severity that you cheated on them. At some point, it catches up with you. And you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. And you were probably big and bad when you were doing what you was doing. Untouchable even. You were doing all your little stuff. And the moment they did that to you, you hurt. You're disgusted. You're feeling ways that you thought you really weren't going to feel. That's the energy you put out there. Now, that's not to say that if you put all good energy out there, that all the energy you're going to receive, every bit of it, 100% is going to be good energy. It's not like that. You know, sad to say it's not like that. But don't let that discourage you. You continuously put good energy out there. There's no sense of you shaking up the ecosystem and shaking up the environment by you intentionally putting negative vibes out there. You can't let people allow you to succumb to a lower level. If you allow people to allow you to become beneath yourself and become beneath your own qualities and beneath your own standards, you're selling yourself short. You just done yourself a disservice. So you literally have to check yourself before you check someone else. And checking yourself in the process allows you to better see and understand what's going on with those individuals. You know, we got to check ourselves. You know, some people want more than what they're able to actually put out there. They want better people than what they actually are. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Why do you want a smart person and you're dumb? Why do you want a smart person, or why do you think you're worthy of a smart person and you're dumb? Why do you think you're worthy of a person that makes smart decisions? You make dumb decisions. Why do you think you're worthy of a person that is financially stable and you're a financial wreck? Why do you think that you deserve a person that has a lot of integrity and you're morally bankrupt? I don't understand it. Why do you think you're worth more than what you really are of your appraised value? Why you keep appraising yourself more than what you're actually worth? You're not worth that much. Check yourself. Check yourself and really do a total assessment on yourself. Look at all your pros and your cons. Be honest with you. Be honest with you. Who you really are. Be honest with yourself. Who am I? What do I need to work on? Because when you pointing one finger at somebody else, at least 3, if not 4, of them jokers are pointing right back at you. They're more pointing right back at you. We take so much time checking other people. We need to check ourselves. We have people in so many different positions that are willing to always say what's going on with this other side, what these other group of people doing. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was looking at certain things. We're talking about the critical race theory. Critical race theory? You want to know my thought? You want to know my thought? Let me stop the music on that. Stop the music, DJ. My thoughts on the critical race theory. That is a critical component that should be required within the educational system so that we can responsibly distribute accurate information as it relates to history. No matter how bad it may hurt, we have to accurately tell the story without cover-ups. We have to accurately state the story without cover ups. Some reason we feel like we gotta tell the story and just make ourselves look better. Remember, I was telling you at the very beginning of these conversations, checking yourself. You have to check yourself. You have to check your people. But we want to pretty up the story about how America has treated the black man. The story is horrible. Some real bad stories. White America, I challenge you to allow that story to be told in an accurate manner. That's the only way we're going to be able to create a real dialogue that exists as we approach the real first federally recognized Juneteenth holiday that is actually occurring this year, where it's actually going to be recognized as a federal holiday on Monday, at least for the city of Pleasant Grove. I actually put it up for a vote, made a motion for us to vote on it last year in order for us to celebrate it this year. That's the beauty of bringing diversity to the table so people can really understand what's going on and how it's affecting us as a community and as a people. Story has to be told. Story hurts. America hurts. People put party over the people. You got NRA that's supporting, patting the pockets of these politicians or the elected officials. And these other elected officials, they stay quiet. They'll sell their own family out for the love of money. The truth has to be told at some point, guys. What is really going on with our country? What is really going on with our communities? As the old folks would say, we're living in our last days. And that's where we're currently at. I truly believe suicide rates going up, murder suicide rates going up. Crime is ridiculous. What do we do about it? How do we change the current system that we're involved in? How? I'm going to tell y'all something you may not want to hear too. Y'all know I speak the truth. Keep it real with y'all. Benjamin Crumb pimped the hell out of black folks. Civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump pimped the hell out of the African American community. Benjamin Crump is a civil rights attorney. Go do your research and see how much money those families were awarded and how much his firm received. Pimped us. I saw that pimpery and that pimping going on in the system of elected officials. Old heads pimping the other ones that's trying to get into office, and the cycle of the pimping continues. At this point, I don't care who feathers I ruffle. It doesn't really matter. I'm good with who I am. But the pimping, I will not co-sign on. You got people that are such big sellouts. Black Lives Matter. I understand the importance of the movement. Black Lives Matter pimped us. It pimped our people. What is really being done with those money, those funds to help our community? The NFL pimped us. The NBA pimped us. All for the love of money, because you know when black folks really got together and they said, I'm going to boycott the NFL. I'm going to boycott the NBA. I'm not going to watch a game. And then all through the COVID seasons, they had the BLM plastered all on the seats and all on the floor and the jerseys. I can't breathe. Who received the money? Because that's trademark. The BLM is trademark. So they had to pay BLM in order for that stuff to be displayed on all these news networks. Where did the money go? Follow the money. NRA, follow the money. Benjamin Crump, follow the money. The common denominator is this: it's money. I wish I had Bone Thugs and Harmony keyed up in the for the love of money. It's all for the love of money. All this stuff he was done for the love of money. Money changes people. That's why I tell people, when you want to make moves, you better come with your own money, because otherwise people are going to control you. If you go back and look at my old videos, I told y'all that money is not going to control me. Either you support me or you don't. But I stand on truth and I stand on integrity. That's what I stand on. You either love it, like it, or you leave it. I'm not changing any parts of me. I watch people degrade people, and these are people in pulpits. I watch people take advantage of other people's downfall in order for their personal gain. You can't do that. It's elements of me that would not allow for that to happen. And the higher that you go up on these levels, and especially political levels, the more devils that come out. People will call you and you think they're allies, and then after certain stuff passed with campaigns, they'll say, well, why didn't you call me? I didn't trust nobody. That's why I didn't call you. I'm going to call you. You have this conversation with me now. I need to go ahead and record it. I don't trust you. And that circle gets smaller when you jump in that field. Politics is the most gangster thing I've ever been involved in. A salute to the streets of Bessemer for preparing me for that. I'm from the streets. I just so happen to get the education. So happened to go get an undergraduate degree from University of South Alabama. So happened to go get a graduate degree from UAB. I so happened to go to law school at Birmingham School of Law. The streets raised me, though. You didn't know that, did you? The streets raised me. I'm just a little dude that was born in the city of Bessemer, raised in the city of Bessemer. I went to private schools, not because my parents had money. My parents had access to different things that allowed us to get access to different schools and opportunities. But the streets raised me. The streets took care of me. The streets educated me. I thank God for my education. I thank God even more for my street sense. I'm the dude that can have a very intellectual conversation with you. But I dare you to challenge me on any level. Okay? Intellectually, I dare you to challenge me. I dare you to challenge me with intimidation. I dare you to challenge me even physically. I will sink your battleship. I'm very strategic. I'm very methodical in everything that I do. And I tell people, don't let the glasses fool you. Don't let any of this fool you. I'm good at what I do, but I stand on a firm foundation that will not be compromised. That's not threats to anybody, but I have to introduce myself or reintroduce myself sometimes to allow people to understand who I am and what I stand for. So when I go back, after all this stuff here clears, I'm still on the same foundation that I left. We clear? Are we clear? Just want to go ahead and just put that out there. Certain times people want to push those buttons and they don't realize who they're messing with. As a child, my grandmother, Honey, as I called her, God rest her soul, she called me Hook. And growing up, I knew nothing. Well, I didn't think too much about the name. But your grandparents see things in you as a child that you may not be aware of. Anybody know anything about Hulk and Hulk series? Incredible Hulk. I've always been a short guy, but I've always been a fireball, and I've always been insanely strong for my size. And growing up, I had to really kind of regain control of my temper. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten much better. I've learned how to take myself out of certain environments and certain situations so I don't get triggered. It's not to protect the individual, really to protect me from the individual. Because I develop tunnel vision and I will literally lose myself. So I've advanced pretty far in my life, and I don't want to lose something that I worked so hard for unless it's totally worth it. So I don't let people take over me and my emotions. I'm that guy that will literally say, "Have a blessed day," and I will smile at you and walk off. The smile is more of a mechanism to deflect, so you don't really see that other side of me. And I don't want people to see the other side of me. I just want them to see this side of me for the most part. But it's good to have that Hulk in you because y'all know Hulk was one that he knew his triggers. He knew what could set him off. So Hulk would intentionally try to diffuse the situation or really to suppress that inner strength and that inner demon that was in him per se, or that inner just force. Let's just call it the inner force. I have that within me. And what I've done over this past several years as I've matured, I learned how to take control of the green guy and not let the green guy gain control of me. Put mind over matter and put brains over brawn, and learn how to strategically, intellectually attack people rather than resort to physical confrontations. And that's what you have to learn as you advance in life. You don't throw fists at people. I can throw a pen at you can hurt you more. I can throw an email at you that can crush you and everything that you stand for. I can throw an electronic document, a PDF file at you that will destroy you. So that's how I learned how to really go after people. Physical stuff and your physical abilities, they fade. You gotta learn how to attack people with the mind. You gotta learn how to really do the verbal judo. You gotta learn the real true elements of that and how to approach people and win the war and not be concerned about the actual individual battle. Don't let the individual battle determine the end result of the war. The long game. Prepare yourself for the long game. That's what this is. The long game. If a lot of you guys took a lot of stuff that you did and do in the streets and applied that in a business format, you understand what I'm saying. Y'all looking at what you're gonna gain in the next hour, gain in the next day. Put this thing down on paper and see how can we make this thing here stretch, and let's think about forging different relationships with people and really making this thing here work and make it bigger than us and get other people on board and bring them on. Some of the real true gangsters are in suits and ties. And they don't even carry guns. They got knowledge. And knowledge is power. Knowledge is strength. Learn how to use that knowledge to defeat your enemy. To defeat your opposition. Otherwise, you fall right into the hands of your enemy. You let them know your moves or what you're going to do. Don't let them know your moves. They waiting on you. First time you get a little glimmer of success, don't let them know that you're successful. You just keep making moves. They'll find out in due time. Don't let their moves determine your next move. Be strategic. Be one, if not really 2 steps or more ahead of the game. There's a lot of things going on in this world, and I refuse to let anybody or anything take away my happiness or the power that I have inside, the strength that I have inside. I'm not gonna let anybody take that away from me. You're not gonna steal my passion. You're not gonna steal my joy. I have a level of internal happiness around me and in me that no one can take away. You must bring that to the table with you. And don't let anybody compromise it. Do not be for sale for the highest bidder. Stand on your values, stand on your integrity, stand upon your morals that you've created for yourself, and never deter away from them. Keep your small, solid circle of individuals that will hold you accountable and challenge you, and that will not sugarcoat the truth. The truth hurts, just like the CRT, what I said earlier. The truth hurts. Yes, it hurts, but it has to be spoken. It has to be discussed. The truth shall set you naturally free. Free! Shout out to my girl Free. I had to go ahead and drop that in for her. The truth will set you naturally free. So take these gems as you move forward, each and everything that you do, and move forward accordingly. Take a moment to take it all in. A little bit of meditation doesn't hurt. Have silent moments, moments of thoughts, positive thoughts, moments of progress, your faith, all of those things, a culmination of everything put together, and you'll rise and you'll succeed. Whether it's relationships, whether it's business ventures, whether it's you trying to advance on the corporate ladder, whatever it is, stand upon your own level of morals, integrity, and values. Let anybody compromise that. The things that I have went through, as I've discussed some of them on the Dunn It All show, have empowered me. They have strengthened me. I feel like I'm more powerful now than I've ever been. When I say more powerful, that's not a brag. That's not a you're this, you that. No, you're not understanding me. When I say powerful, I'm more powerful intellectually and spiritually and emotionally than I've ever been in my life. Because I've created this level of empowerment that no one can take away. I built that. So when all this other stuff goes on, I can go home and still smile. Because I place things in certain categories that no one can take away from me. Certain people say certain things and they say that you do this and you that. Well, I want you to do this one thing. No, brother. No, sister. You did one thing. I do multiple things. Call me done it all for nothing. I live up to that name. I've done a lot. I'm proud of it. I'm multifaceted. I'm diverse. I have several different layers. Excuse me if you only have one. And if you only have one and you advance well with that one, that's great. But my multiple layers allow me to attack you on so many different levels. And I'm good. And I'm not going to allow you to take what I've created and take credit for it. I don't need my stuff to be on a certain level other than the level that I desire. Sometimes bigger is not always better. And that is true on so many different conversational levels. Okay? Sometimes the most amount of money is not the efficient means. Sometimes the biggest bank account or the biggest producer is not the most efficient. Sometimes the most quantified situations do not consist of the most qualifying qualities. Did you catch that? You put in quantity over quality. Certain things and certain products have to maintain, and it's best for them to be at certain levels in order for them to maintain certain levels of quality. Once they grow out of those different layers and levels, the quality is compromised for the sake of quantity. You can take that and run with that on so many different levels. When you're dealing with street game, you're dealing with the corporate game, on whatever it is. The more people, the more. Let me. I told y'all I'm from the streets of Bessemer, so let me talk a little deeper. I'll talk to you. Uncut dope in its rawest form is the purest. But once it gets stepped on and it gets cut down on so many different levels, then it's reduced. Okay? That's why people want to deal with the connect, and they want to deal with the plug, and they want to become distro. So, and then you got the street men. So you got your plug, your direct, you got distro, and you got your street man. So by the time that stuff gets cut down, because everybody's trying to make their profit, you have a product that's been stepped on and it's compromised and it's no longer blue magic. I just gave y'all a PhD program on this streets level stuff and equated it on a corporate level and take it and run with it. That's the beauty of being raised in the inner city and being able to go to private schools. You can talk that street-ish. You can merge it together on the intellectual level and break it down to where even the street people can understand and bring it up to a corporate level so they can go ahead and absorb the information and knowledge. You don't change your message. Sometimes you got to change the delivery in order for everybody to catch on and understand. So, it's a long game, baby. Yes, it's good to be back. Done it all. I'm giving y'all PhD game as it relates to all of these elements. We just crossed so many different levels with everything that we just discussed. Take this, absorb this, replay this, share this, tell people what I just told you. And if you forgot it, replay it again. Done it all. What? Nowhere but up from here. All right? Nowhere from up from here, baby. Done it. Done it. Done it all. I love y'all. I'm out. Till next time. Peace.